Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm the Big D of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. And now I will give you my ranking list of the Death Wish movies. Which ones I think were good, ranked from worst to best. Well, I had a little bit of last minute thinking, but I think I've come up with what will be okay and everything. So anyway, I'm going to be ranking all movies, including the recent one with Bruce Willis from last year, which I just put up my review of that. So, here we go. Starting at the bottom of the chain, this was kind of a tough decision. Number 6 would be number 4, Death Wish 4, The Crackdown. While it is good in some ways, but it does kind of go the same way as the others do, with lots of gunplay and what have you. I mean, well, and I wasn't quite too surprised to know that the lookalike of the guy who was contacting Paul to kill off these drug lords turned out to be a third one. That I was rather shocked by it. But some of the gunplay and what have you was pretty cool. I mean, some of the deaths were pretty good. Guy who gave Paul Kersey's current girlfriend at the time's daughter that cracked cocaine, I loved his death. He falls on top of well, it's kind of metal, kind of like thing that right above the bumper cars and gets electrocuted. Really cool though. But overall, the rest of the acting's okay and all. I think this is kind of the weakest, but it's still fun. Though. Next at number 5 is Death Wish 5, The Face of Death. Now, of course, this would be one of Charles Bronson's last movies. Well, to be released theatrically, though. Well, I have to say his last performance... Sorry, everyone. Again, I've been under the weather lately. But anyway, I do think some of the acting's okay and what have you. A little more okay. I did like some of the killings, though, even though most of it didn't involve gunplay, like the poison cannoli where Paul sprinkles cyanide on Chicky's cannoli, really awesome. And we took out Frey with the remote controlled soccer ball and detonated it actually to blow him up. Yeah, really cool. And of course that the mob boss is dead at the end, and that acid, that was really killer. But even so, this one has some more creative kills other than using guns like Paul did in all the other movies. But it's still an okay movie, even though it got this more than the previous one. Next up at number 4, well, I had another tough choice. I kind of went with Death Wish 3. Well, even though I like the main theme song, which you hear at the beginning and the end of the movie, I actually think that some of the action in this is pretty cool and all. Yeah, especially when Paul takes on the main goon, Manny, and some of his goons. But especially once Paul defeats Manny with a missile rocket launcher or something like that. That was pretty awesome. It was cool seeing Alex Winter in it before he even did Bill and Ted. Yeah, I didn't notice her, but when I saw her name for the credits, Maria Sirtis for Star Trek The Next Generation is in this. I must say, but I did like the traps they set up, especially once one hits this guy right in the mouth with this here boy that kind of sprung out like a mouse trap. And the woman's like, what are those? When Paul sees two pointy things in that piece of wood, and he's like, teeth. Very good, actually. Like I said, it may not have been one of the coolest, well, one of the best movies, but still, yeah, it's fun and action packed, though. And Ed Lauer's in it. Yeah, he's good. Next, number 3 is the one I just now reviewed, and that's Death Wish from last year with Bruce Willis, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Elizabeth Shue. Now, I'm going to say, despite this got dissed, I'm going to say this movie was okay than what I anticipated. I kind of didn't think this was going to be good at first, but, well, when I decided to give the dice a roll and give it a try, since this year is actually the original film's 45th anniversary. Anyway, Bruce Willis is pretty good in the role of Paul Kersey. Not as good as Charles Bronson, though, but he kind of comes close, even though his Paul Kersey character is a doctor and not an architect. But unlike how Charles Bronson's Paul Kersey was being dubbed the Vigilante, Bruce Willis's Paul Kersey is being dubbed the Grim Reaper of New York City, which I thought that was awesome. The kill of the guy in the body shop was probably one of my favorites. Yeah, really cool. I thought that was pretty awesome. I do think it's good, even though it got dissed. Next, at number 2 is Death Wish 2. Well, I'm going to say I liked Charles Bronson's performance. It was good. I mean, we also got to see Lawrence Fishburne in this, one of his early roles. And let's see, Charles Cyphers from the original first 2 Halloween movies is in this. Boy, I gotta say, we took on one of the goons in the mental institute when he takes on the role of a doctor. He manages to get him electrocuted, which if you have yet to see this, you should. It's not too bad, even though it got dissed, but I still thought Death Wish 2 was pretty cool. I mean, the music's good, the opening music is pretty cool. And number 1, I bet you saw this coming for its 45th anniversary. That is the original Death Wish from 1974. Now, I gotta say, it's great. I love it. It's the one I've seen more than any of the other ones. This is maybe like my 3rd or 4th time I've seen this. But I loved the original Death Wish. Charles Bronson really nails it. I mean, before he even did this action-packed movie, he actually mostly did westerns, actually. Most notably, the original Magnificent Seven, actually. But he was in lots of other westerns, who may have mentioned, though. But he was great. The whole cast was pretty good. I mean, we also saw a young Jeff Goldblum in it. And I just liked it. It was awesome. I know it had a rape scene. I know number 2 had a rape scene. I know I don't usually care for rapes, so I'd say to heck with it. But everything else in Death Wish is really cool. I mean, once Paul takes on all these muggers and what have you at nighttime, it's really cool. I'm really enjoying it, because when people went to see this, I read in the Encyclopedia's yearbook, I think it was the Collier's yearbook of that year, 1974. Well, I read that every time Paul shot someone, the crowd just cheered. The audience just cheered for him. Really something. But anyway, everything's good, especially when in the end he arrives in Chicago and sees this mugging, and soon yeah, really cool. The finger gun. Love it. A true classic, in my opinion. Herbie Hancock's soundtrack contribution is really awesome. I mean, even though I really don't listen to much of the, well, stuff like his, but still, I made an exception of liking that. I mean, the main title theme is one of the best. So, how would you rank the Death Wish movies if you've ever seen them? Even if the other flicks after the original and the Bruce Willis remake got dissed, how would you rank them? Please feel free to let me know in the comment section. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And I'd like to thank y'all for watching my Death Wish reviews. And I'm going to give a thanks to everyone. As long as y'all watch them, where if I hear from y'all now, I know there's some people who have been watching my vids. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Until my next review, I am the Big D saying, see ya.